What's up everybody, Jared here with carbuzz.com, and in this video I'm going to show you every interesting feature that you need to know about on the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. The door handle on the Cadillac Escalade doesn't actually move, as you can see. Instead, there's a little button on the inside. Just click it and you can go ahead and open the door. When you do so, the power retractable running board will deploy. Then when you go ahead and shut the door, if you want to lock it, you just tap this little Cadillac crest indent. The standard Cadillac Escalade routes its exhaust underneath the vehicle, meaning that you don't see the tips. Cadillac could have taken a simple approach by cutting out an area in the bumper and passing the exhaust through there, but that wouldn't have done for a V product. Instead, they created these true solid quad tips that required a lot of engineering around the back of the car. They then deleted the center resonator to make it even louder. It sounds fantastic. The button to open up the trunk of the Escalade is actually the Cadillac logo itself. The storage space in the Cadillac Escalade is fantastic, but if you need even more, you can get the Escalade ESV, which is longer. Even with the third row up, you still get plenty of storage space. Raising the seats is really easy. You just use these buttons, and look how quickly the seats rise up. You can see we still have plenty of space behind the third row. And then dropping those seats back down again, super easy. Just push these two buttons and watch the seats fold down. Now the second row does the same thing on the way down. Just double click these two buttons and the seats will fold. Getting into the third row of the Escalade is fairly easy. You just pull this handle and the seat will fold down. Then if you pull it again, the seat will flip up, giving you a wide access point to get to the third row. To get out from the third row, Cadillac included this little button that will fold down the rear seat like so, and then you just pull this little tab here to flip the seat forward. But since this car has captain's chairs, you could obviously just leave through this pass-through. Since the Escalade V has so much more power than the standard Escalade, Cadillac gave it these 6-piston Brembo brakes. If you want to open just the rear glass and not the whole tailgate, you can do so using the key fob. Just double click this button twice, and then you can lift up just the rear glass. The Escalade V gets a special 6.2-liter LT4 supercharged V8 engine with a larger supercharger than you get on other versions of this engine. It produces 682 horsepower, good for a 0 to 60 run of 4.4 seconds and a 12.74 second quarter mile. And as you can see from this plaque, each version of this engine is hand built. In addition to the seat controls in the back, you can actually raise and lower the third row from the first row. If you have a really low garage, you can lower the lift height of the tailgate to just 3/4. Or if you're towing something and don't want it to open at all, you can turn the tailgate completely off. That engine is extremely powerful, but the fuel economy is terrible. That engine produces 682 horsepower and 653 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to get this massive beast up to 60 miles an hour in just 4.4 seconds with a 12.74 quarter mile at 110 miles an hour. If there is a better sounding SUV than the Escalade V, I have not driven it. The Escalade has 38 inches of curved OLED screens. The main screen is this 16.9-inch touchscreen. Now, if you touch it, you can see that the menu is laid out in a grid. But if you don't want to get your fingerprints all over it, Cadillac also includes this rotating knob. Now, if I turn it, you can see that the menu transforms into something that's more usable with a scroll knob. On this screen, you can activate the HD camera system. You can see it has a super high resolution with a bunch of different camera angles. In addition to the touchscreen, you also get a 14.2-inch gauge cluster screen and a little 7.2-inch screen here to the side. Now this screen here to the side can show your trip information, or you can use it to change what's on the gauge cluster screen. Right now I have it just as a gauge. You can also have it be a full color map. You can have it be an AR camera, or you can have it be a night vision camera. You might think that 3 screens up front would be enough, but you also get another screen here on the rear view mirror. The Escalade has a clever wireless charger. It's this bin right here with these little rubber pieces that keep the phone in place. This is great because your phone won't roll out of this in a corner. The Escalade V's interior looks mostly like a standard Escalade, but you do get a little V logo here on the steering wheel and another little V logo over here. The Cadillac Escalade has a very large panoramic moonroof, which is not uncommon in new cars today. But unlike a lot of other cars with large glass roofs, the Escalade V's opening portion is huge. Just look at all of the open space that you can get with the roof retracted. If you have passengers way back in the third row, it might be difficult to hear them up from the driver's seat. That's why you push this little ear button that's going to activate conversation enhancement. Now, when the passengers in the back say something, it's going to be projected through the car's speaker system. And if the kids are being too annoying, of course, you can just turn it off. The Escalade has an AKG reference audio system that spreads 36 speakers throughout the cabin, including in the headrests. If you plan to do any long road trips in the Escalade, you can get an optional refrigerator for just $700. Keeping the kids occupied on a long road trip is usually difficult, but the rear screens on the Escalade have Hulu and YouTube built in. And if the kids get bored of that, you also have HDMI ports down here, plus built-in Wi-Fi, so your kids can bring along an Xbox or a PlayStation. Like most Cadillacs, you get remote start, but the Escalade-V sounds fantastic. You can see that you'll never miss a turn because the augmented reality projects the turn on the actual screen, almost like a Mario Kart video game. The Escalade-V has some really cool ambient lighting, and if you can't decide between one of the many available colors, you can put it into demo mode. That is going to shift automatically between all of the available colors. And let me be clear, there are a lot of available colors. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about the 2023 Cadillac Escalade-V, be sure to check out carbuzz.com. And as always, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to be alerted of our latest videos. I'll see you next time.